So now that we have taken a look at examples of branding messages, taglines, and we've talked about what it means to brand your business as a whole, let's get into the fun stuff, the creative stuff. We're going to talk about what it means to brand your visuals. Now, this can be your content, the videos that you share, and it also can be as simple as your logo. One of the key elements to branding your visuals is color selection. And believe it or not, the colors that you use in your branding and in your content, they say a lot about your business. So what I have done is I've taken some of the basic primary colors, the ones that are used the most frequently in business, and I have put some words underneath each color that relate to the feelings that people typically experience when they look at each color. Now, there's no real scientific method behind them. This is just done through a lot of research, through trial and error, through my own personal experience with developing content. But I just want to share these feelings with you, these buzzwords, so you have an idea of how impactful the colors that you select really are and what they can say about your brand. The first color is red. Now, we typically see red with sale signs, clearance signs, when things have been marked down. And the reason for that is because red portrays a sense of urgency, that you need to act. It's got a call to action to it. So when there's a sale, it's red because it's like, hurry up, come and buy this product. It's on sale for a limited time only. Red can also denote passion. Love, Valentine's Day, we see a lot of red being used in decorations and whatnot. And red can also mean excitement. So overall, red is a very energetic color when used properly. Orange is a gorgeous color. I love it, but you need to be careful because some people relate to orange as caution. Look at the signs that you see on the road. More often than not, when you see a construction sign or some kind of sign that's warning about an obstruction in the road up ahead, it's usually orange, right? So that's one of the reasons why people associate orange with being cautious. Orange can also denote anxiety, and it can also create a sense of impulse. So it's similar to red in that it has that sense of urgency behind it, and it's very similar to red in the way that it looks too, by the way. So when used properly, you can use orange to reflect your branding if you are in an industry that has to do with anxiety or with being cautious. Let's see, maybe you're a self-defense trainer. Orange might be a good color for you. But again, you can see why these feelings that are associated with colors are so important, because if you are some type of life coach and working with people to help them feel calm or relaxed, maybe don't use orange because that's not really what you want your brand to be all about. Yellow is a great color. Again, it's got a lot of call to action feeling to it. It's optimistic, it's cheerful, it's hopeful. I love to use yellow for influencers that are, again, in the life coach industry, but I also like it for people who are artists because it's got that hopefulness to it. People who are wanting to become an artist, that are wanting to learn how to paint, yellow gives them that sense of hope that, yes, I can do it. I'm optimistic about honing in on my skills and creating beautiful paintings. So yellow is a very cheery, happy color, and I think that it's a safe color to use across the board when it comes to different type of industries that influencers work in. Green is another great color. This is one that I have used a lot, being a health and wellness influencer. Green denotes health. It means freshness. That's why you see it on a lot of food packaging labels. It can mean nature, natural, organic, and it also can mean relaxation. So let's say you are a Reiki master. You can use green in your logo to denote relaxation and natural techniques that you're using within your practice. If you're a cook but you specialize in sharing healthy recipes, green might be a good color for you, especially if they're plant-based ingredients that you're using. So again, green is like yellow. It's one of those safe colors that get used a lot within logos, and for good reason. Now, blue is a color that is often used in professional industries. And when I say professional industries, I mean industries that have to do with business, and they're in the business world. So things like real estate, finances, mortgage companies, Things that have to do with being productive, giving people a sense of security. Blue often means being reliable. People feel this sense of reliability when they see the color blue. But on the flip side, it can also mean peace. That's why you see it used a lot within spa type settings. They use blue in a logo. So blue could be used for an influencer that's into massage therapy, again, Reiki, maybe aromatherapy because it has that sense of tranquility and peace. By the way, at the end of this lesson, I have a handout that goes through many, many, many other colors, and it talks more about the feelings and the buzzwords that are associated with each color. So, for example, with blue, I have a turquoise color on there. I've got a light blue color on there because different shades of these primary colors can mean different things. So be sure to check that out at the end of this lesson. Now going back to the colors on this slide, let's talk about purple. And purple is probably my favorite color to use for developing a brand and portraying a branding message. In fact, I use purple as a primary color for my influencer coaching website, flourishflow.com. The reason is purple rather, it denotes wisdom. It denotes respect and royalty. Not that I think I'm a queen or anything like that. Well, that's not true. If I was a queen, I would totally embrace it. But really, I love purple because it does have that old school feeling to it. It does denote wisdom. It's like you know what you're talking about. You've been around the block. You have this wisdom to share with your followers through the work that you do. So purple is another great color, especially if you are trying to portray a sense that you've been in the game for a while. You're experienced, no matter what industry it is that you're working as an influencer in. Black is another good color. In fact, I highly recommend using black as a secondary color within your branding message because it's very grounding. And you can do this in a way that's so simple. You just use black as the font that you use, the typeface that is portrayed through your branding visuals. Black, like I said, is very grounding. It denotes power, authority, and strength. And the good news, black can be used against a variety of surfaces. So let's say you're developing a logo. If you're going to have t-shirts printed out, if you're going to have business cards printed out, black will look good against a variety of different backgrounds. Whereas when you start using other colors, sometimes they can get lost or they can be difficult to see. So black is a good color. That's why you see it used a lot when it comes to logos, especially those that contain a lot of text in them. Now gray is good. Gray or silver, which is something that I talk about on that handout I mentioned at the end of this lesson. Gray means practicality, but it can also mean sympathy. So you have to be careful. There's a lot of different interpretations as to what gray means. Sympathy and almost depression. I'm not a huge fan of using gray in my branding materials unless I'm using colors that really pop, energetic colors like purple, turquoise, and pink. Then I think it's okay. But gray can also mean solidarity. So if you are involved in a social cause, if you're trying to build a community, you're trying to make a change in this world, which a lot of us are, gray can mean that. It can mean that you want your followers to stand together, that you're a family, a tribe, you stand together in solidarity. So again, just different things to think about as you're picking out your visuals and deciding what colors that you want to use.